menu.
Don't go to the pause menu now. Just for ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, this is Mike Reville, Josh Grabowski, and Mary Reville, and Aaron. Wait for it.
Aaron Whitworth.
Whitworth. I knew it was Wentworth or Wentworth. I couldn't remember. All right. So here's what happens, guys. We read a screenplay. Mike, while we're doing this, he's going to try to play Ghost Recon Wildlands, I guess. I don't know why you're... but don't...
I have to be in a game to broadcast.
You
Can't do it from the menu.
So for those of you who are tuning in, if you're wondering why you're just looking at a person that's just sitting around, just staring
Wait.
at nothing, taking
There,
a
he's
swing.
sitting
Josh,
down.
are you saying that this is not an official Massacre Theaters production?
This is... Oh, I'm so sorry, Mary. That's right. It's an official
This
Massacre
is not
Theater.
endorsed.
This is
by
endorsed?
the official.
No, this has
It
to be
is.
endorsed.
It is officially endorsed by Group Massacre Theater.
Group Massacre Theater Season 2 premiere.
I didn't know there was a season 1 completely out yet.
It's like Season 1 of The Office. There's like 4 episodes, man. Just chill. So here we go.
Director's cut.
This is
Ultimate.
ultimate.
No.
So for those of you who are watching, all 2 of you, this is all we are doing. All we are doing is we are reading a screenplay that is totally copywritten, which we'll probably get sued for at some point in time, and then just doing the different parts. So here we have Die Hard. Die Hard is by Jeb Stewart, back from this grave after Chickamauga. We have the revisions by Stephen E. D'Souza, no friend of John Philip Sousa, because he's clearly a Frenchman. Based on the novel Nothing Lasts Forever by Ian Fleming. Just kidding, Roderick Thorpe. Die Hard. Okay, so here's who's playing whom. Who's playing whom, Mike? Why don't you tell us?
Mary, do you have dibs on McClane, the main character?
Guys,
Yeah.
before we start anything, I need to make sure that we're both reading from the exact same.
Oh, she said this before and we forgot about this. I'm so sorry, man.
It starts off where it says
Yeah,
Die
it's
Hard,
okay.
fade in 1405 Freeway, Los Angeles,
Freeway.
early evening.
Is that right?
Christmas tinsel.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that our lines were all the same, like line 1, line 2, line 3, like all that.
Yes.
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 Okay, cool. Okay, good. I think we are actually on the same.
We're doing good.
bookmark this.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest for today, and if he decides to contribute, he contributes. If not, he's just going to be the voice of reason and tell us when we're doing horrible by booing us loudly.
I think
For
I
now,
can
we
do
have-
that.
There we go. And so today I'm going to be reading the script directions because we have the double duo. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? The ultimate team, the dynamic duo. That's what it is. Dynamic. I knew it was
There you
something.
go.
Dynamic duo of the Reville children, covering all the roles. So we have
Oh my God.
Mara's playing John McClane and Mike
I
is
am?
playing. Yeah,
You
you're
want
playing
to?
John McClane. Unless if that's cool with you. Are you cool with that?
We have 2 options,
it's
Mary.
okay.
You could be the villain or the main character.
There's a
They're
guy
both kind of-
walking by the
So,
Wait. Is John McClane Bruce Willis?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, Bruce Willis.
Oh God, Mike, I think your scruffy, all down to business voice is good for that character. What
I'll
you
do it
think?
under one condition. You play the nemesis.
Yeah, you have to do the nemesis with the
right.
Alan Rickman voice. if you
Sound
do that,
good?
yeah.
Who's
Alan
who's the
Rickman,
nemesis?
Mayor, Robin Hood, man. At least I didn't do it with a spoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Severus
sure,
Snape
yeah,
from
I'll
Harry
take that.
Potter in his first starring role. He falls off the
Yep.
Nakatomi Plaza. Like they say at every Macy's Day Christmas commercial, it's not Christmas.
No, it's
until you
let
see
me
Hans
do.
Gruber fall off the Nakatomi Plaza building. All right,
Just let me do so.
now I have a
Oh
machine
man.
gun.
So, I guess we're just randomly filling in characters.
Yep,
or
we're
how
gonna
is
do it old school.
This is how it
God, you
started.
guys.
This is the beauty of it.
All right, here we go.
Die Hard, fade in, 405 freeway, Los Angeles, early evening. Christmas tinsel on the light poles. We are looking east past Inglewood into the orange grid of LA at night when suddenly we tilt up to catch the huge belly of a landing 747. The noise is deafening.
Oh, it's so
Interior 747 passengers. Same. The usual moment just after the landing when you let out that sigh of relief that you've made it in one piece. As the plane taxis to its gate, they stir, gathering personal belongings. Camera on John McClane, mid-30s, good-looking, athletic, and tired from his trip. He sits by the window. His relief on landing is subtle.
Bruce Willis is so good looking.
We notice.
We notice.
We
all-
notice,
yeah, we
though.
notice.
Suddenly, he hears the salesman's voice.
All right, Mary, you'll be a salesman.
You don't like flying, do you?
Oh, I missed this. McLean turns, looks at the Babbitt clone next to him. Babbitt by Sinclair Lewis. Excellent book, by the way. You should read it. It's about consumerism and it's false. It's excellent. Resuming. Caught. He tenses, holds his armrest in exaggerated fear.
No. Where'd you get that idea?
You want to know the secret of successful air travel? After you get where you're going, you take off your shoes and socks. Then you walk around on the road barefoot, make fists with your toes.
Fist with your toes.
Maybe it's not a fist when it's your toes. I mean like this. Work out that time zone tension.
Wow. And he advanced like 10,000
Better than a
kilometers in
cup
the air.
of coffee in a hot shower for the old jet lag. I know it sounds crazy. Trust me. I've been doing it for 9 years.
Plane stops, passenger rises, starts to take down overhead luggage. McLean does this, but as he opens the door above, the businessman blanches, seeing McLean's Beretta pistol peeking out from his jacket. Back to scene. Recognizing the look, McLean smiles reassuringly.
It's okay. I'm a cop. Trust me. I've been doing it for 11.
So the businessman relaxes. He moves off. McLean now wrestles down the biggest teddy bear Schwartz has to offer. Balancing this, he moves down to another overhead, takes out a top coat and overnighter. Barely managing all this, he turns, colliding with a pretty stewardess.
I got
No,
serious.
no. You're McLean. She has every other role.
Okay.
You got this, man.
Sorry, Mayor.
Mayor, you're the pretty serious. Have it go.
Rawr.
For those of you who are wondering what that common motion is in the background, it's the couple arguing over who's going to do the stewardess line.
Maybe you should have bought her a ticket.
Welcome!
Nailed it! First try.
Oh my god. Alright, fine. Maybe you should have bought her a ticket.
He scrutinizes the bear, the nether regions of the bear.
What? Oh.
Go ahead.
She doesn't complain.
Neither would I.
McLean smiles just enough of a sigh to know he's as wistful about things that might have been as she is. Moves down the aisle.
Oh.
Cut to interior of the Nakatomi building, Los Angeles evening, close on a bottle of Dom Perignon as the glass explodes. Cork explodes. Oh, that'd be a much more exciting movie. Cork explodes across a large office floor decorated for Christmas. A Japanese man, mid-50s, standing on a desk, holds up the bottle triumphantly and looks at an adoring audience of junior executives and office personnel. He is Joseph Takagi, Senior VP of Sales for Nakatomi, a multinational corporation.
Oh.
A division of Walmart.
This is you, Josh. You gotta do Takagi.
Ladies and
In
gentlemen,
your
I
best
can-
Japanese
I
accent.
congratulate each and every one of you for making this one of the greatest days in history of Nakatomi Corporation. In the BG, obviously still at work, an attractive businesswoman in her mid-30s studying a computer printout heads toward her office. Falling into step with her is Harry Ellis, 37, VP of Sales. Well-dressed with stylish, slick-back hair, he looks and acts very smooth.
Can I?
What about dinner?
Oh, good job. Oh, Harry, it's Christmas Eve. Family, stockings, chestnuts, Rudolph, and Frosty. Those things ring a bell.
She turns into her office. Turns into her office. Her name is Holly Golightly. No, Holly Gennaro McLean. Through the nameplate on her door, stops after the first two. She puts the printout down on her secretary's desk.
I was thinking more of roaring fireplaces, mulled wine, and a nice
Jenny, it's 6:40. You're making me feel like Ebenezer Scrooge. Go on, join the party. Have some champagne.
Jenny slowly manipulates herself out of her seat. She is enormously pregnant.
Oh,
Thanks, Mrs. Gennaro. Do you think the baby can handle a little sip?
sorry. Jenny, is baby ready to 10 bar?
How about tomorrow night?
Holly just points to the door, but he follows Jenny out, clearly not giving up. Just then, the party on Holly's phone picks up, and we enter a nice house in Santa Monica, where a 5-year-old Lucy McLean races her younger brother to the phone, wins the wrestling match, and answers with a sense of importance. An Xmas tree is in the BG.
McLean residence, it's Lucy McLean speaking. Oh, God. Okay. Holly suddenly smiles.
Just go for it.
Hi, this is McLean. This is your mother? She looks up.
She looks up.
Don't worry about that. Just keep going. You got it, man.
Mommy, when are you coming home?
Be the
Soon.
chef.
I'll see you in bed when I get there.
Holly,
Get a bit of the cough here.
That's Holly still. You gotta do two female voices at a high.
Oh God, which one's the mom?
Holly is the mom.
Okay. Okay, I got it now. Soon, sweetie, you'll be in bed when I get home there. It's a rough party. Let's doing a number on the old cinder.
Wait, aren't you?
When are you coming home? Good night.
Don't I always? You goose. Now put Paulina on the line. You know, searching the house for presents.
I didn't look in the front closet under the steps. Daddy's coming home with you?
God,
Daddy.
Well,
And the Captain Power. I don't know what that means.
Well, looks like Santa and Mommy got open to do. Well, see what Santa and Mommy can do. Goose, put Paulina on, okay?
Lucy hands the phone to a young Salvadorian woman, Paulina, the housekeeper.
I can't do three women.
Hello, Mrs. Ali. You coming
home
Oh,
soon?
yes, there you go.
I'm working on it. Did Miss Clean call? Mr.
No,
McClean?
ma'am.
Well, maybe it wasn't time for the flight. Could you probably snake up some spare rooms in case?
Yes, Mrs. Holly, I'll do that already.
Holly's smile comes through again. Interior, LAX, evening. McLean, wearing his wool topcoat and carrying the biggest stuffed animal FAO Schwartz has in stock and his hang-up bag, comes down the American Airlines ramp and into the terminal. He avoids one near collision involving his stuffed animal, an act which drives him into another fender bender with a cute girl who looks like she's ready for a high tide at Zuma. Oh, wow. As she smiles, weaves onward, McLean looks at his own Arctic gear and then the girl as she kisses a similarly garbed boyfriend. That's the boyfriend.
Yeah, scroll up.
Oh wait, I missed the line. My bad.
Hold on. Okay. California.
He looks around in the terminal at family reunions are going on all around him as his grandparents greet grown children and their children. Young wives greet uniformed soldiers. Our Babbitt businessman greets a pleasant wife and two pleasant kids. It's all very traditional, very touching, not the least bit corny. Back to scene.
This
This is Die Hard saying this though, so keep it in perspective. McLean watches, moved by the sight, then looks around the waiting area just on the chance his family might be waiting. Instead, he spots a thin, gangling black kid, Argyle, in an ill-fitting chauffeur's uniform. As he waits, he beats out a rhythm on the Nakatomi Corporation card with J. McLean written on it in magic marker. McLean pauses in front of him, unsure.
I'm John McClane.
Argyle, I'm your limo driver. Hey, nice bag. He turns and starts walking. McLean paces him, still juggling bag and giant animal.
Argyle, don't you take this stuff?
Do I? I'm sorry. You're going to have to help me, man. This is not my first time driving a limo.
That's okay. This is my first time riding in one.
With the limo dusk, tilt up from the Lincoln emblem on the car. Both Argyle and McLean are in the front seat. Just kick back, relax, man. We got everything you need. CD, CB, TV, VHS, scuba gear, telephone, full bar. He looks in the back seat, which is occupied by the bear. Is your friend hot to trot? I mean, I know a couple of mama bears. Is he married?
Married.
The girl was off today. Hey, I didn't expect you to sit up front. So your lady live out here now?
The past 6 months.
Meanwhile, you still live in New York.
You know, Z. You know that, Argyle.
Hey, I'm sorry. When I was a cab driver, see, people expect a little chit-chat, a little eccentricity and camaraderie. I forgot how stuck up you limo guys were, so excuse me.
It's okay. It's okay.
So you divorced or what?
She had a good job. It turned into a great career.
But men who move in here.
Closer to Japan. You're fast.
So why didn't you come?
Cause I'm a New York cop who used to be a New York kid, and I got 6 months backlog of New York scumbags I'm still trying to put down behind bars. I don't just get up and move.
Ah, you mean you?
So bad.
So you mean you thought you wouldn't make it out here and she'd come out crawling on back? So why bother to pack?
Like I said, Argyle, you're fast.
Mind if I play some tunes? A hard rap song, a blast from the speaker.
Of course. How about some Christmas music?
This is Christmas music. It is December 24th on a Saturday night. Okay, here we go. And damned if it isn't the Fat Boys of Run DMC doing a revisionist number on White Christmas or something. McLean gives up, looks out the window. His POV. Convertibles with Christmas trees in their back seats. Temperature signs which read 69 degrees, palm trees trimmed in Christmas lights, intermittent west tide token, happy Chanukahs. It is clear that Christmas LA style has its own unique style. There is a redundancy in your editing. The limo, Century City, tilt down from one of the stars of this film. The well-lit, impressive, and spanking new, my bad, Nakatomi building. The limo pulls up, parks, and Argyle gets out. McClane lets himself out, which is fine because Argyle doesn't remember he's supposed to do it. They both go to the rear of the vehicle. Exterior, Nakatomi building, night. Argyle climbs out of the limo and stops by the trunk. So you go on upstairs to the party. Your lady sees you. You run into each other's arms. Music comes on. You live happily ever after. That it?
It's corny, but I could live with it.
So what is it gonna? What if it doesn't work out that way? What are you gonna say?
I'll find some place.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll pull up into the parking garage. I'll wait. You score with your wife. Give me a call on the car phone. I'll leave your bags inside of the desk. You strike out. I'll get you a hotel. I got you.
You're all right, Argyle.
Just remember that when you sign for the tip, huh? They're paying for it, so don't be shy. McClane grins, heads inside. Beautiful, and on the first glance, deserted Nakatomi lobby. Finally, a sound in the Stura lobby reveals the presence of a security guard. Hidden until now behind a massive desk, McClane goes there, signs in.
Holly McClane.
Just type it in there.
McClane is confused for a moment. Who wouldn't be, I mean? Then he moves to the screen. He gives the guard a look. The guard raises his/her eyebrows as if to say, give it a try. Screen, closer. McClane types McClane Holly. Nothing listed. McClane frowns, thinks, simultaneously inspired and suspicious. He types again. The screen, McClane types Gennaro Holly. This time the screen changes, shows an elevation of the building, and then a floor plan of the... Oh no, I hit the button too far. How did I go?
Just scroll back up.
Oh no.
Are you used to left and right arrows?
I'm trying to scroll.
Left goes back.
Oh man, I'm not machine compatible. Speaking of machine compatible, commercial break. The name Gennaro is incidentally we discovered in our first group read of season 1, which you can check out on our YouTube channel. all 2 of our viewers can check it out. We did Jurassic Park, and it's the last name of the lawyer that gets eaten by the T-Rex is named Gennaro.
Hey, we have a committed fan base.
We do. We have Browning's friend, and who else is listening to this?
All I know is just his friend. That's
and some other random person in another country.
It's me.
Maybe. I think I'm following you. It might be me. I don't remember.
Adding the numbers, Mike.
Do what?
Crunch the numbers. Okay.
Adding the numbers, Mike.
I'm trying every chance I get.
Okay, here we go. Back to 13C, the screen. McClane types Gennaro Holly. This time, the screen changes. Shows an elevation of the building and then a floor plan of the 30th floor with Holly's office blinking. McClane has never seen a piece of modern technology in his life. So he says...
Cute boy, cute toy.
Oh, that's
sorry.
A great save.
I read it wrong.
Yeah, when you have to take a leak, it'll help you find your zipper.
Whoa, 13th floor.
Take the express elevator and get off at the noise.
McClane nods, moves off, moves in the elevators, gets on the elevators. Another security guard patrolling, blah, 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 back to scene. McClane reacts with bored professionalism, nods to the guard.
Lots of hardware.
Interior elevator night, McClane hits 30 and reacts to the hyper-powered speed with which he rises. He rotates his head, getting out the travel cricks. As he approaches the 30th floor, we hear a tremendous thumping, throbbing noise. McClane stops and listens before he realizes it's the party. As the doors open for the noise attacks us. 30th floor, McClane moves around the edge of the party, blah, 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 grabs a mimosa, champagne, blah, 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 blah. A woman kisses him. He grins. A man kisses him. To himself, shaking his head.
California.
Finally! He queries the dancing woman. The music drowns their words, but she nods, points off in some Gennaro direction. McClane heads that way, cuts around a Christmas tree, loses his bearings. He sees Takagi, who has an air of authority. McClane goes up to him.
Excuse me, I'm looking for...
Holly Gennaro?
Yeah, how'd you know?
I've spent half my life on this airplane. I can recognize someone who just got off one. I'm Joe Takagi, Mr. McClane. I have something to do with this company.
So I've heard.
Holly went to the vault room to fax some documents. She should be back any... Ellis is behind the desk.
Ooh.
Ellis is the one you're playing, Mare, the slime ball.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
That's the nemesis.
Yeah, you cut me off. You're on McClane and Takagi catch on, but Takagi tries to hide his awareness. Oh, yeah,
is
Ellis, by
behind
the way.
desk.
Yeah, Ellis, I'm sorry, I missed the part. Ellis has, like, he's been doing coke, I think. Let me go back. Ellis is behind the desk, but he's sniffling, and just as they come in, he sweeps the back of the slick desktop with his hand. Yep, that's right. Both McLean and Takagi catch on, but Takagi tries to hide his awareness.
Hi. I just had to make a quick call, and this was the nearest phone.
Ellis, this is John McLean. Police policeman. Ellis is in charge of international acquisitions.
Acquisitions. That explains the recent deal with Bolivia.
Ha ha ha. Ellis reacts, running a checking finger under his nose.
Relax, Ellis. I'm off duty.
Takagi, eager to change the subject to McLean. Can I get you anything? Food, cake, watered down champagne punch, sake?
I'm fine. You threw quite a party. I didn't know they had Christmas in Japan.
Hey, we're flexible. Pearl Harbor didn't work out. We got you with tape decks.
Oh, God.
McLean laughs. He likes this guy. I mean, he wouldn't. He's awesome.
Actually, it's kind of a double celebration. We closed a pretty big deal today, and a lot of it was due to Holly.
All set, Joe. The contracts went over there, over the wire end. John!
A moment. Does the sound of the party stop? For him, we know it. For her, it's more cryptic. We sure hope so.
God bless. This script, man. I was hoping you'd make that flight. I was hoping you were hoping that.
Your wife's made for this business. She knows how to drive a hard bargain.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I remember our first date.
Show him the watch.
As she hesitates. Ellis?
Go on, show him. What are you, embarrassed? A little token of our appreciation for all her work.
Takes on and holds it up. Nice, but one of us is 3 hours out of sync. I think it's me. Is there a place I can wash up? Sure, follow me.
Exterior, Nakatomi night. An Emery freight truck turns off Olympic into the underground parking garage of Nakatomi. Interior parking garage. It goes down the ramp and passes Argyle's black limo. The driver's seat is empty. We should. Are we? Yeah. How far are we going in this? Because I feel like this pretty soon. As soon as this happens, this is a good place to wait for next week. Unless you guys want to keep going. I'm cool with whatever.
I want to keep going.
You want to keep going?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Passes the Argyle's black limo. The driver's seat is empty. Interior limo, same. Argyle sits in the back seat, hidden from the outside world by the tinted rear windows. He is making a drink from the bar with the TV on and his rap music blasting from the cassette player, oblivious to the truck passing behind him. Interior parking garage, same. The Emery truck stops in front of the service elevator on the next level down, and the truck idles. The uniformed driver makes a note on his clipboard. Interior, Ellis's office night. Tilt up from McLean's bare feet. He is clenching and unclenching his toes.
Son of a gun, it works.
Mary, you should take over for Holly because Mike's gonna have a hard time in this scene.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's a long story, you know. I think that Ellis has an eye on you.
That's okay. I have an eye on his private bathroom.
Thanks for taking Holly, Mary. I'll still do the younger daughter, okay? Whatever the hell her name was. Oh, bathroom. McLean's face shows his relief. Holly.
So, what are you saying? This all happened so fast, I didn't even ask you on the phone.
Well, Crappy Roberts retired out a couple years ago.
Crappy Roberts, there's a pet name for
Crappy
you.
Roberts.
It's Cappy.
Oh, Cappy.
Captain Roberts.
Well, Cappy Roberts retired out a couple years ago. He and I could... He said I could bunk with him.
Oh. Where does he live?
Romano. No, Pimano. That's it.
That's still not it.
I'm trying here. I'm reading on a 3-inch screen. Give me a break.
We have another screen over here.
I can't. Oh, that's actually a bit better. You're right.
I'm telling you.
I'm sorry.
Go for it.
I'm sorry.
Where does he live?
Pimano, you be in the car the whole time. Look, let's make this easy. Let's make this easy. I have a spare bedroom.
Wait, stop. What are you doing, man? That's her lines.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You gotta go Ramona.
Oh, God, for crying out loud.
Ramona.
For the third time, I'll get it right.
And action.
Romano, no, Pimano.
No.
That's it.
No, it isn't. It's Ramona.
Ramona?
There it is.
Well, John McClane speaks only John McCain language.
John McCain language or John McClane? Maybe that's half your problem.
It's my twin brother. We don't speak
Romano?
McClane
That's
language.
some tasty cheese.
Whoa.
Papa Romano's Pizza. And pimentos and
Pomona,
there it is.
you'll be in the car the whole time. Look, let's make this easy. I have a spare bedroom. It's not huge, but the kids would love to have you at the house.
McLean fixes her with a look.
They would, huh? Fixed look.
I would too.
They lock eyes for a moment, but it's an intense moment that says a lot about how they still feel about each other. Just then, a man and a woman, both a little tipsy, open the door to the office, see that it's occupied, and beat a hasty retreat. The interruption temporarily dents the mood. Holly tries to smile, but for McLean, it's the last frustration.
God.
I've missed you.
I've missed especially my name. You missed it every time you write a check. When did you start calling yourself Miss De Niro?
This is a Japanese company, you know. They figured a married woman, she's on the way out the door.
Sure, it's unnerving. I remember this one particular married woman. She was out in the door so fast, there was practically a jet wash. I mean, talk about your wind chill factor.
Didn't we have the same conversation in July? Damn it, Joan! There was an opportunity out here. I had to take it.
No matter what it did to our marriage.
My job and my title and my salary did nothing to our marriage except change your idea of what it should be.
Oh, here it comes. One of those meaningful relationship conversations. I never should have let you get those marriage subscriptions. Magazine subscriptions. Oh.
That's a little different. That's called a mail order bride, and that is not what it's into. Moving on.
Holly, I met
You want to
Max.
know my idea of a marriage? It's a partnership where people help each other over the rough spots, console each other when there's a down, and when there's an up, well, hell, a little goddamn applause or an attaboy wouldn't be too bad. I needed that, Joan.
Bravo, that was excellent. There is a clumsy pause as if she's almost challenging him to say something. But he sets his jaw, says nothing. Just then the door opens and Ginny leads inside. Mr. Nero! Mrs. Takaki's looking for you. He wants you to say something for the troops.
Thanks, Ginny. I'll be a second. Oh, this is...
Hi, John Jadero here. I'm the sensitive and supportive man of the 80s.
Ginny looks puzzled, but goes out. Holly sighs, moves to the door.
I'll be a few minutes. Wait here.
Don't I always?
She's gone. Immediately, he slaps his forehead, contrite.
Schmuck.
Interior building lobby. Same time, the guard at the front desk notices the Emery truck on his monitor. The guard continues to watch the Emery truck and only half notices as a Mercedes pulls up in front of the building and two extremely well-dressed businessmen, late 20s, climb out and start up the stairs for the door. As they cross the lobby to the guard's table to sign in, we hear their conversation. So Kareem rebounds. Listen, this is a great play. Feeds Worthy on the brack, over to AC, to Magic, back to Worthy in the lane. And suddenly the other man pulls out a Walther pistol and a silencer and aims at the guard's forehead before the guard pulls the trigger.
Boom. 2 points.
The speed with which the murder takes place sets the tone for the rest of the action. The killer moves behind the desk, stepping over a small pool of blood or from the guard. His name's Kyle. Big, with long blonde hair like a rock drummer.
Hi, Kyle.
Carl takes off the silencer and looks at the video monitor of the Emery truck. The first man, Theo, opens his briefcase, takes out a portable CB radio, and speaks into it.
We're in.
On the screen, the driver nods as the security camera as several men climb out of the rear of the van and begin unloading wooden crates by the service elevator. Interior, Ellis's office night. McLean looks at all the lavishness around him and picks up a phone by the toilet. He opens his wallet and looks at the phone number Argyle gave him. A photo of his children stops him. It's of Holly.
Oh.
The two children. Oh, and I bookmarked that I lost. What am I hitting? Time out. No. It's of Holly, the two children, and himself in happier days. 6 months ago, before Nakatomi came calling to Holly's door, McLean flips it over.
Oh, yeah.
On the back, in crude but painstaking hand of a 5-year-old, it says, "We miss you, Daddy. Love, Lucy." And in more primitive letters, John.
Drawn.
McLean returns the photo to his wallet, dials the number. Interior, the building operations control room. Theodo enters the small control room, comfortably sits behind the maintenance keyboard, whistling a vaguely familiar tune, whatever that is. He types in some commands and locks down the passenger elevators up to the 30th floor. Then, with several more computer commands, systematically causes the heavy steel gates to the parking car. Somebody got to do the sound effects. We're missing all the sound effects. The heavy steel gates to the parking garage close. The alligators to the garage. Alligators? Escalators. Come to a complete stop. The alligators to the garage. Come to a complete stop. You know, by the way, in Michigan, it is illegal to tie an alligator to a fire hydrant. Moving on. Theo finishes typing and disconnects the keyboard and pulls out the wires from beneath the panel. Interior lobby, same. The doors to a service elevator opens to reveal Hans Gruber.
Ooh.
Mary, you want to play? Can you do a German accent?
No.
Perfect.
Really
You're it.
Perfect.
You got it. Doors to the service elevator open to reveal Hans Gruber, impeccably dressed, lean and handsome, and he steps out into the lobby like he owns the building, and in a way, he does. He's the coolest one. Theo steps to the door of the control room and tosses Hans a computer card. Hans goes to the front door, waves the card over to the magnetic plate as an LED blinks and the door locks with a thud. Hans looks out at the street. Appropriately enough, not a creature is stirring. Century City is quiet.
Hop to it, Lance.
What's not in there?
I know. I'm trying to say it.
Lobby, quick cuts, an elevator opens, revealing 10 more men, all armed with Kalashnikov machine guns, are carrying canvas kit bags. One of them, Eddie.
Eddie.
Why is Eddie carrying an AK? A rugged American in his 20s goes out to the dead guard and immediately begins changing into his clothes. Meanwhile, Carl takes the tool case from the elevator and joins his brother Tony. First playfully grabbing him.
Tony!
Don't leave me, Carl! Don't leave me, Carl!
They head for the basement stairwell. Theo leaves the control room, nods to Eddie, nods to Hans. Hans looks to switch, seems pleased. Too much is happening. It's going crazy. They're all taking over. All of a sudden, McClane talks to Argyle.
Scene 39.
Scene 39.
Argyle.
Interior limo. Argyle's reclining on a seat. The music is on so loud that it is nearly impossible to hear. Hey, John, what's the word on you and your lady?
The vote's not in yet.
Vote's not in yet. What's that supposed to mean?
What do you want, all my children? We're making progress. After I get my foot out of my mouth, we'll really be cooking, and then I can.
He stops and gently tapes on the phone cradle. No dial tone. Argyle looks at the phone. What, Mr. Mack, you there? He turns down the music, but there is no one on the line. Argyle to himself. Well, call me back, John. You got the number. He hangs up and turns the volume back up. Ellis's office. Hans and the others approaching the 30th floor. Scene 46. Nothing's happening except the evil people are taking over.
Like Hans and Carl.
Like Hans and Carl. Going crazy. We're skipping a lot of stuff. Basically, they're taking over the whole building. That's all you need to know. All of a sudden, 51 unfinished floor. Eventually, it will be one large secretarial pool, but only a portion is completed. McClane moves quickly to the desk and picks up the phone. It's out. He says,
Damn.
That's a good save. He looks at the window at the neighboring building. McClone's POV, scene 51A, a high-rise apartment building a half block away. Frustrated watches this, knits his brow. Don't worry about it. Wider. So now here's what's happening, guys, because this is just crazy. This is too much to read. All the crazy German people have herded everyone into this small area. If you've never seen Die Hard, what are you listening to us first? Watch Die Hard. But they're all herding them in there, and then all of a sudden, Mare, in her best Hans impression, says everything to all the crazy people that they've literally herded into a building and are pointing machine gun on them. And Hans steps out in his suit off the elevator and says,
Do it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the Nakatomi Corporation's legacy of greed around the globe, it is about to be taught a lesson on real power. You will be witnesses. If our demands are not met, however, you may become participants instead. Now, where is Takagi? Where is the man who used to be in charge here?
Takagi is shoved forward. He's worried, but far from cowed. Hans steps toward him, extends a hand.
Mr. Takagi, how do you do? My name is Hans Gruber.
Camera is showing Holly concerned. McClane pauses outside the stairwell door. McClane is not in the group of people, by the way. We probably should have mentioned that. He's on another floor. And he's talks to himself, and he's mumbling to himself. He says,
32 construction, 33 computers.
So now we have Hans, Takagi, Carl, and Tony riding silently. Remember, Takagi is their prisoner. Hans goes up to him and talks to Takagi. And he says, I'm scene 59.
Nice suit, John Phillips, London. I have to myself. I'm told Arafat shops there too.
That's a nice little...
That was nice. I like how you...
That was good.
That was well delivered, man. Well delivered.
So now they take him up to the highest point of the building, like the devil. And they show him all that he's conquered. And in scene 63, Hans is talking to Takagi, and he says...
63. He says, close the doors and slip back down the stairs.
No, that's not it. It's the mayor's line. That's a good try, though. That was a really good voice. Go ahead, Mayor.
And when Alexander saw the breadth of his domain, he wept. For there were no more worlds to conquer. The benefits of a classical education. It's beautiful. I always wanted
I always enjoyed.
models as a boy. I
Me
always
too.
wanted models as a boy. The exactness, the attention to every foreseeable detail. Perfection.
What is this about? A building project in Indonesia? Contrary to what you people think, we're going to develop that region, not exploit it.
I believe you. I read the article in Forbes.
What? I'm confused.
Mr. Takagi, we could discuss industrialization of men's fashions all day, but I'm afraid my associate, Mr. Theo, has some questions for you. Sort of fill-in-the-blank questions, actually.
A computer screen spits out Nakatomi Corporation, board workstation, Entral Center computer code key, blank, 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 blank. Theo sits fingers poised over the keyboard. Hans sits opposite. Takagi stands like the accused at the foot of the table. Has just read the screen, blurts, I don't have that code! You broke in here and accessed my computer, and the information could get... They wake up in Tokyo in the morning, they change it. You won't be able to blackmail our executives or threaten...
Silence! Sit down! Mr. Takagi, I'm not interested in your computer. I'm interested in the $640 million in negotiable barrier bonds you have in your vault. Yes, I know about them. The code key is a necessary step in accessing the vault.
You want money? What kind of terrorist are you?
Who said we were terrorists?
McLean entering this floor. He tiptoes along, gun held ready. We can hear the mumble of voices from the conference room. Move slowly toward it. Conference room resume. Hans slowly takes out his Walther and his silencer. He feels his silencer a moment as if making a decision, then slips it back into his coat pocket.
The code key, please.
It's useless to you. There's 7 safeguards on our vault, and the code key is only one of them. You'll never get it open.
Then there's no reason not to tell it to us.
I told you.
It's not over. Hans gives them both a look like the annoyed schoolmaster. Turns back to Takagi.
This is too nice a suit to ruin, Mr. Takagi. I'm going to count to 3. There will not be a 4. Give me the code.
I don't know it. Get on a GTZ to Tokyo. Ask for the chairman. I'm telling you, you're just gonna have to kill me.
Okay.
Oh god, that scared the shit out of me!
He pulls the trigger. Out in the museum, McLean reacts as if shot. His POV, the glass doors of the boardroom are splattered red and dripping. Inside, Takagi is still seated, but the chair is flat on its back, blood flowing out into the carpet. Hans springs to his feet.
God, that scared me.
We do it the hard way. Donnie, see if you can dispose of that. Carl, you'd better check Heinrich's work up on the machine floor.
Outside, McLean, stunned, sees Hans moves and tries to retreat, but his gun bumps the underside of the table. Inside, Hans hears it. Carl is the first to move. Carl springs from the door, finds nothing. He chokes 2 adjoining rooms. The first to serve, the second is locked. Carl returning to Hans. Here, Carl. Go for it.
Nothing.
There it is, Aaron.
See to Heinrich. Now, you can break the code key.
You didn't bring me along for my charming personality. As he heads for the elevator, though you could have. McLean lets out a breath, praying softly.
Oh. Argyle, tell me you heard the shot. Tell me you heard the shot and you're calling the police right now.
I'm working, honey, working hard. Of course, I'll be back later to pick you up. And have I ever lied to you? My boss, he thinks I'm cruising to Palm Springs. Argyle's on the car phone, by the way. Music's playing. There's the teddy bear on the side. It's a great scene. Keep going.
It's more rap music, because that's what we need.
Heinrich presses something into a niche here, scrambles like a monkey to a new position, helped by one of his men. He jumps down, moves to another area, climbs up again, removing something from his shoulder bag. Hans Theo enter the safe room. And Hans says,
How long?
30 minutes to break the code, 2 hours.
Needs to break the code. 2 hours for the 5 mechanical, the 7th. I can't read that.
7th lock.
That's out of my hands.
If our plan works, the FBI would get rid of it for us.
Theo grins, begins typing. His screen, he types, begin algorithm program. Random letters and letters becoming guy. A 11111. Whoever wrote this had never done any coding. 32nd floor, McLean moves out the 30th floor, angry at himself.
Why the heck didn't you stop him? Because you ignorant son of a gun, you'd be dead too. Think, damn it.
Suddenly, he looks up at the ceiling and sees a sprinkler head. His look drops to the wall, focuses on a small red fire alarm before the door. You need to do sound effects, right? An alarm sounds. Meow. Oh my gosh, no wonder no one's coming. Quickly, the firemen move to their machines to the voice of 911 dispatcher drones. 911 dispatcher?
Snout. I can't do. Snout. I can't do. 911. What's your emergency?
No, you gotta read the line, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Main Wilshire units, 2 fire alarms at Nakatami Plaza.
Fire alarm's going off. McLean stands at the windows, and he's looking for the ambulances in scene 77. And he says,
Come on, baby. Come to Papa. I'm going to kiss your damn Dalmatian.
that's a good place to stop. That is excellent. Can we cut it there? Is that a good plan?
You want to cut it?
Yeah, I think that's a good. That's literally like ready to at a critical moment, and it's all cylinders are cooking. We'll pick it up next week. It'll be great. That's a good spot. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been scene 1 of Die Hard. Tune in next week for scene 2 of Die Hard. What a shock! All right, love y'all.
All right, guys, this is a blast. And
7.
That was scene 77. Yep.
wait, hold on.
There we go.
We left off on line 77, PDF page 30.
And here's the thing: if you were just watching our screen and you were trying to watch our gameplay without the audio, you missed a lot. Because literally the guy's just sitting here in the grass waiting for something to happen. All right, that's it.
I'm sitting on the railroad. Okay. How do I stop this then?
Hit the stop button. How do you record? I hit the record button. What a shock!
Shush. As if it's that easy. I'm not.
I think it's broadcast settings.
Okay. I can't see.
Wait, hold on. Just wait for that thing to go away. Stop broadcasting.
Oh, where it says